The other pipe dream that I really don't understand why people are getting that excited about still is Lamar Jackson.
Yeah.
Now, Jackson on his Instagram story, I believe this was yesterday, he put out a message that said, no matter how much genuine love you show, it will never be enough. And that's on top of a new report that's coming from ESPN and our pal Jeremy Fowler, who's saying that not only does Lamar want a contract that is in line with what Deshaun Watson got, $230 million guaranteed, he wants the bump on top of that.
Yeah.
So maybe we're looking at something more like $250 million guaranteed.
Sounds right to me.
Yeah? Tell me why.
I think about these guys going head-to-head in the ACC, Louisville versus Clemson. And I remember that game because it was back and forth, and it was just like, wow, these guys are the future.
Yep.
Like, they're so good. Like, they're everything to their teams. What are they going to be in the NFL? If this can translate to the NFL, like, there's going to be a changing of the guard from Phillip Rivers and Ben Roethlisberger and Drew Brees and Tom Brady now, and maybe Aaron Rodgers next. Like, those guys are going to be out, and these are going to be some of the new guys in the league. And here we are where you see Deshaun Watson miss a year and a half, and he resets the quarterback market. The Browns, of course, give him the largest contract, the most guaranteed money. They set it up so that the cap hit is huge this next year or whatever. When you're Lamar Jackson, you've won an MVP. You've won, I think I read a stat that he's won 45 out of 61 regular season games that he's played, maybe even including playoffs. He has a playoff win under his belt. This is a guy saying, hey, I'm deserving of this, right? You drafted me, and you got me as a steal late in the draft. I'm not going to keep playing to prove it. What else do I have to prove? There are other guys like Russell Wilson in this league who have max deals, Dak Prescott. I need money. He used to have the I need money, the grill from I need money on his Twitter. Let me see if he still has it. The guy wants to be paid. He doesn't have an agent. He knows his worth. And I think the relationship is soured that I'm hoping that he forces his way out.
So counterpoint to it is he actually has missed 10 games the last 2 years. And I'm not saying he can't be more of a thrower, but how much do you really want him to not use the thing that he's the most gifted at, which is obviously using his legs? He's incredible at it. Like, he changes the game. He tilts the field with his ability to run. So you don't want to take that away, even if you want to incorporate some more downfield passing. The guy's got a great arm. We know that. I think he's been propping up this offense ever since he basically took over as a starter. Yeah. The weapons have never been good enough outside of Mark Andrews. The weapons have never been good enough. But there is part of me that can see from the franchise's side where it's like, listen, we screwed this up. We got this far, where now all of a sudden we're backed into a corner that's $250 million or he's gone. And it's like, well, maybe I should go out there and see who can I fleece to try and get as much value as possible. If Russell Wilson got 3 first-round picks, I think I'm getting 4 first-round picks. And on top of that, maybe a player or two, maybe more. Maybe I can find a way to salvage this because it has become untenable. It looks like the relationship has just totally deteriorated.
With Lamar Jackson, let's say, okay, you said he missed 10 games.
Yeah.
There's a lot of talk about him quitting on the team. I don't believe that he quit on the team. I think he's looking out for his best interest, not just his best interest money-wise, but like you said, with his legs, if he's got a knee injury and he isn't 100%, he's not going to be 100% effective.
Right.
You said he propped up the offense. Of course, he can bail them out with his legs.
Yep.
Mark Andrews, his number one weapon, was just at the Super Bowl, and every interview that I saw with him, he made it a point to say that he wants Lamar back. The guy can throw the ball, and as soon as they traded Hollywood Brown, I knew that relationship was starting to sour.
Well, they never replaced Hollywood Brown, too. That was the thing.
You don't replace his best friend on the team, so he loses his homeboy, he loses his right-hand man, and then he loses his number one deep threat target. It's like, I don't know what they were going for. If you look at the receivers that they ran out, like they ran Deshaun Jackson out there this year. I think it's over. I think he's like, I always say social media is ruining these guys. If we wouldn't know a lot of these things if these guys didn't have an Instagram to post on.
Well, it's interesting because it's funny. You and I are actually landing on the same side of this where we both don't think he's going to play another snap for the Ravens.
Yeah, I think it's over.
I do too. I think it's funny because I think it's from the team side. Like, I think they just messed this up to the point where they had a chance to extend him. They didn't do it. Watson comes and resets the market, as you said, and then they found themselves backed into a place where, quite frankly, the price just got too high for them. I don't think they want to put all that money in escrow. I don't think they want to do any of that. And it's like it's kind of like shame on the Ravens, but they back themselves into this corner. And then I can see someone coming in and saying, we don't know if he can stay healthy. We're not sure. Quite frankly, probably just the health. I think everything else with Lamar is there. I think the leadership is there. I think the skill is there. The athleticism is obviously there. I just think the health is one of the biggest things they're looking at and saying, how can we give him $250 million?
He's been healthy, but I understand that, just in this last season, quarterbacks that run the ball, Jalen Hurts, shoulder, missed some time. Justin Fields, obviously missed some time. Kyler Murray tore his ACL.
Won't be back for the start of the season.
It's a liability, but I think he took his time with this injury, playing on a prove-it year. If they want to put the exclusive franchise tag on him, I don't think he's going to take kindly to that. I don't think he wants to do another year on a one-year prove-it type of deal. He's gonna want out. I just looked up the GM's name because I was talking about him the other night. Eric DeCosta.
Yeah.
He didn't draft Lamar. Maybe he's going to figure his way out of this and get the biggest haul that he can for Lamar. And good luck to Lamar. Let's see if he can be healthy for wherever he goes. Rumors about Atlanta, and of course here in New York, there's some quiet whispers of maybe he could be a Jet.
Quiet whispers. I think people are like...
Yeah, they're pretty loud. They're calling and saying it every day.
There's nothing quiet about New York. Anytime they want something, they're the loudest people in the room about it.
Give me Lamar.
Yeah, I know. Samter.